I was born in Gary, Indiana, so I like to say that even though it was only the first 2 years of my life because I feel like that gives me, like, street credibility.
I was born at the Women's Hospital on Sahara and Eastern. I went to high school about a couple hundred meters from there at Valley High School, and I work a couple miles up from that same location on the same street, so I've really come a long way in my life.
I grew up in Southern California in a relatively Hispanic community, and so that's all I knew.
I was born on the east side. We lived in an apartment off of Sunrise and Eastern Avenue, and I was born in Women's Hospital. So I've had a really amazing childhood here.
After law school, I worked for several years on Capitol Hill working for U.S. Senator Richard Bryan as a legislative counsel, and I came back to practice law in Las Vegas in 1995.
I manage the critical facilities here for Cox in Las Vegas. Our critical facilities are the backbone to all services in Las Vegas.
I was one of 4 Latinas to ever be elected at the Nevada State Assembly. So I was one of the very first Latinas to set foot in 2011 legislative session.
My role models, hands down, it is my grandmother, my mother, and Oprah. My grandmother was amazing, and because it's Hispanic Heritage Month, she's this like 4'11" Hispanic lady who was just on fire. I love her so much and the example that she set for our family.
It's like with any heritage that you identify with, you have your traditions, and family is always a strong sense of most ethnicities, and ours was no different.
My grandmother was the one who instilled in me who I am today. And we always, even though we had little, we always were there to help the community and give back wherever we could.
I'm such a nerd and a geek that my happy place growing up was always school. And my biggest role models have been those educators throughout the years.
This honor is the most emotional one for me because it is during Hispanic Heritage Month, and I love my heritage, but more importantly, I love my family.
Thank you, Cox Communications, for recognizing me during Hispanic Heritage Month, and very much appreciated and humbled.
It's an honor to be recognized in that way for giving back to the community.
I just feel very grateful for the opportunity to be highlighted amongst other giants in the Latino community. Latinos have added so much to the fabric of our community, and they really are the backbone sometimes of our economy, and I think we can't forget that.